So good afternoon, this is Rob with DSS Aquatics. I just wanted to make a short video today about spawn mops. And some of the differences, some of the different things that we use here and what we have success with. As you can see floating in front of you here, that's a traditional acrylic mop, and then in the background we have one of our eyelash hair mops, which you can make them on your own. We here use different ones. We use traditional acrylic, we use the eyelash hair mops, which I'll go into further detail what those are if you don't know already. And some of the things that we observe here in our fish room, what I tend to notice is I have certain species that actually prefer the eyelash hair mops. I think it's just because there's so many more fibers to it, and it gives them a better sense of maybe hiding their eggs when they spawn. And I just wanted to kind of show exactly what I tend to find on pretty much a normal basis. Over the last 6 months or so, have been experimenting with different tanks, different species, and I've been using both mops. I've been using the acrylic and I have been using the eyelash hair. I tend to find most of my tanks and most of my species prefer the eyelash mops over the traditional mops. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case all the time, because I have had some species that actually prefer the traditional mops. Especially some of my Medaka species. I've gotten a bunch of them, same tanks, that I had split into different tanks. So they have been used to both mops. And then the ones I split into another tank, they actually got accustomed to the traditional mop and would not lay eggs back in the eyelash hair mops. So I'm not saying that this is the case all the time. I'm just saying that for, I would say 90% of my experience, most of the fish that I breed, which is, you know, smaller fish, egg layers, except for, you know, some of the bigger rainbows I have, actually prefer the eyelash mops over the traditional mops. I have just, you know, I'm gonna show some of the eggs that we have been getting. As a matter of fact, let me take you over to our large red New Guinea red tank, and we're gonna start there. Pull both mops. I got, like I said, the traditional, and then I got the eyelash hair, and just see the difference. This tank in particular, yesterday, when I pulled the two mops, which I haven't touched any mops yet, but this tank here yesterday, when I pulled the two mops, I had, I believe, 8 eggs in the traditional acrylic, and then in the other mop, the eyelash hair mop, which you see in the background, I had over 60. And that tends to be the case for me most times. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I have also used the other mops, the floating mops, with the well, I'll show you an example here in a minute. But first, let me take you over to the tank where we're going to pull the first set of mops from.